Armcopter server of Joyous Win.
Hello.
And today it's the Hearts of Steel versus the KJK. Hearts of Steel actually going blue first, KJK going red first. Now, as you remember, these first to 3 wins. Can be a tiebreak if both teams can get to 2, but hopefully it doesn't come to that again. But anyway, man, what do you think of the teams today?
Well, I mean, I think I sort of mentioned it last time around. Hearts of Steel are the one that I know pretty much the least about, but they were pretty damn impressive when we watched them during the heats. Although, that said, I think that the KJK might have gone for... it might have been quite a good idea them going red first, because they do seem to be a very defense-oriented team just in terms of their loadouts and stuff like that. Like, a lot of the guys on there I know as being really, really good medics, so it'd be interesting to see actually how it pans out.
Okay, Gates. So, Daddy Kazmi. Oh wait, no, there he is. Yeah, sorry about this. We got a tip off from Froggy. You know, about starting tournament style readiness. We'll employ it for the next league because it is a damn good idea. We didn't know about it, but for the sake of fairness, we can't enact it just yet. So next tournament, whatever that be, we'll get that going. Oh, there's the infamous Uber versus double Uber. We said this so many times. Like, literally, a team can be measured in skill by how good their medics are. If you get some good medics on the team, geez, that team can really fly.
Yeah, and I mean, again, there, I'm not sure who the heavy was there. Possibly Unambitious Hoovy. Quite the opposite, in fact. I mean, yeah, the heavies do seem to be the prime crits target in this game, and they also seem to be getting the random crits as well, but very nicely done there for Hearts of Steel. Pretty much straight into the point and didn't really have to try too hard there, really.
What is happening with... oh, no. Yeah, Daddy Chasm, you can fill in for the KJK if and when be okay. Not sure what's going on with their team numbers for the time being. This does seem to be something that happens sometimes. But yeah, I think Hearts of Steel are fine. The KJK are having a few occasional hiccups with their team members right now. But anyway, still though, considering that they're like, 2 men down, they're not doing too bad a job, the KJK, although on point B, this is where things can get tricky.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think, they are quite a defensive-oriented team. This is really the best place for them to show that off. I mean, obviously we've seen a lot of difficulty with any sort of attacking on point C, but point B as well, especially during the start of the games, point B was really the one where a lot of attacking teams came unstuck.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, in the initial rounds, and people have learned to go through point E for that, and we've seen some remarkable, back, through the anus attacks here. Going through point E. Somehow there's an Ubered heavy in our rear. Oh, that's where the sentries are, and he blew them all up. Some interesting soldier work here, I think, Jojo. Algorithms of destruction. That was an interesting attempt there to hold the point.
Yeah, it is odd. Like, again, we haven't seen like the ideal attacking E team yet. You kind of do have to have like a soldier, a pyro, and a scout on there to try and be able to take it without blocking off spawn doors. Obviously, as well, most of the pyros on here during warm up, I was sort of watching them, and a lot of them are very, very good at reflecting. So, I think if you can get that sort of group onto a point E, you might actually be in with the chance of taking it just by reflecting all the damage that would be coming towards you normally, especially demo man stuff.
Yeah, we've heard something from the stream, Epic going to mention the short circuit, and yeah, I remember when Peace was on there, that legendary 3rd round from yesterday, and I said if he had the short circuit, that'd be amazingly hilarious because it would be great. Engineer on there blocking all the projectiles, that would have saved their bacon, and look at this attack! I just kind of didn't really expect it coming, and suddenly the entirety of the North Korean army just attacked point B at once. 8 minutes on the clock. They're doing a reasonably good job here so far. Not North Korean army. Sorry, that's me. It's the Hearts of Steel, not the North Korean army. The second mistake I've made so far with teams. 8 minutes on the clock, and Hearts of Steel looking a little aggressive. Oh, well. Knocked down. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of a problem right now, though. I mean, KJK are not on point.
Yeah, this is looking kind of Valve tier in that regard, actually.
Oh no, not Valve. Oh no! Oh, out. Here we go. Here come the Hearts of Steel. Yeah, this is not. Yeah. Now normally, red teams on that point are much more coordinated and they get in there straight away. We've seen some really well held point Cs, but this one is looking a little bit queasy. Say a little bit.
Yeah, I have to say, actually, it is looking like a lot of the good work done by Hearts of Steel is coming from the Pyros. They are just everywhere, all over, and they actually know how to M2 their own teammates on fire, which is proven to work really, really nicely. Which who'd have thunk it?
Rare skill, Pyros actually extinguishing teammates. I mean, when I play the the Phlogistinator, I always take with me the Man Melter because of that reason. I feel I should be helping my teammates. But look at this though, the KJK have managed to reform like a boy band of old, and they might be able to make this defense work. This is the thing though, I always find C a fascinating point. It's one of those points that looks so easy on paper, but then when it comes to it, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, this has pretty much been, I think, our cameras have, for the most part, throughout all of these games, basically just been hovered here the longest, just waiting for, any red team to just come unstuck. But a lot of the time, it doesn't seem to happen. And KJK for quite a long time there were leaving the point very, very open just after the cap of B. But even so, Hearts of Steel. I think the thing is, point C is just very, very close to red spawn point, and it's quite quick. It's quite easy just to quickly pop out and defend it. And if needs be, you can kind of have a steady stream of guys going, and if you need to get healed, you can just pop back to the supply cap.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, as I've said so many times, this is one where you need a good blue engineer for. You need to out-supply the enemy team, because actually it's the furthest point away. I mean, you've got point D, but then point A is actually quite easy to get through. And actually it's quite a safe way to approach the point. Point D is actually very easy to approach if you can get everything off the balconies, but this, on top of a spawn point, or you start capping E. Interesting. Ooh, not sure what happened there. I think somebody died from shooting a wall. Oh, it's looking interesting actually. This is looking interesting. Hearts is still going straight for the last point. They're keeping an eye on that.
Yeah,
oh, Deep Fried Monkey did not see Piers sneak up behind him as heavy. You gotta be careful of those stealth heavies, they are dangerous.
Oh, that heavy crits there on Unambitious Ubi, just taking Jojo straight out of the air. That was pretty damn brutal. Yeah, that's pretty much shut down this entire attempt on point E. And yeah, Hearts of Steel are going to have to think up something new, because I don't think they're going to be able to last that much longer. Oh, until Froggy gets random crits himself.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, point C is becoming the devil in details right now. I mean, maybe it's something wrong with actually Steel as a map. Although, but this is how you juke the game though. You basically attack E, attack C, attack E, attack C, and it looks like working. Hearts are still getting their groove on.
Yeah, this is how you attack point C. You go straight back to the red spawn, and yeah, there we go.
That's how you do it.
Algorithms of math destruction. That was some fantastic work there. Doing I think it was a little bit of a detonator jump across from the point, just to go around and cut off all of Red's defense line there. That was really, really nice, and obviously followed up with, I think, the Uber from Festive Pybro.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. They clogged that spawn point with an Uber. That was incredibly good tactics. Just block that out there completely. The thing is, though, I mean, we saw Tenacious do it last time. They chose to do it right at the very end of the timer, or nearly cap point E. It was just like, oh my god, the most distractingest game we ever saw. But these guys have got a bit of better balance about it. You know, they kind of attack both points at once and know how to shift their weight. Kind of like a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, this does seem very much as if Hearts of Steel are kind of guys who tend to, you know, they can evaluate the situation, and they haven't really, you know, every single time they've managed to give themselves plenty of time to attack the next point. You know, they haven't stalled for too long. They've obviously, you know, perhaps met with some setbacks, but then after a while they figure it out, they group up, and they take over the points really, really nicely.
That's the thing. I love teams that do that. Ration their time nicely, and they've got a margin of error, not play time. I mean, that's some real Valve tier shenanigans where, you know, a team's basically goofing off or playing all gone sniper and then suddenly realising to win the game. Or they just, you know, play high tower and don't care. Or play 2-4 and really don't care. But look at this.
This is looking like quite a convincing attack on D as well. Very nice work by Froggy there. Blizzard trying to make it, but yeah, no, that's an Uber saw to the face.
That's the thing I love about medics. They're occasionally quite dangerous, and that Uber saw is actually a game changer. If you know, get enough hits with that thing, and that's the random thing. If they get, you don't know how many hits they need to get an Uber, and that's the thing. Actually, hit you once, run away, and he's like, oh no, they got Uber. Oh my god, all the action here in the point DA corridor. And that's a... Oh no! They went for the crits. It didn't entirely come off. There was just too much meat shield in the way. But man, and one thing I like about the Heart Steel, they got their charge on. They really know how to just glomp a point with numbers.
I have to say as well, they really... I don't think I've actually seen any teams yet really utilise the small area coming from A to D that isn't the standard corridor, the little raised up area. It really works nicely, and yeah, Froggy's been making brilliant use of that, and yeah, there we go. That is pretty much, that is how you force a point. That was every single blue guy on there at one time, and this is looking like a very, very strong attack on E as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think I've always wanted to see is the AD route. No team's ever really powered through the AD route. They've always kind of come around and see, oh wow, Blizzard, how to sticky. There you go.
Yeah, that was a very nice triple demo assault. I don't know who the other two guys were. I think that was Kerouac and Bubble as well. But even so, ooh, you know, 7 minutes to try and hold it with the point nearly half capped. You know, I think Hearts of Steel may just be able to take it by just throwing guys on it on the off chance that it just goes up slightly.
We're beginning to see the loose cannons now. That game from yesterday, inspiring work. That's the thing. That's the thing. The other weapon I should, kind of maybe say is a good idea. Scorch Shot totally works. Or Force of Nature. It's one of my friends' favourites. Right now, 6 minutes 20, and I'm thinking, Hearts have still got plenty of time to come up with a good strategy right now. And the other thing I love about these guys is they don't mess around. They will get the job done as fast as they can.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. 4 guys on, or 3 guys on the point now. That is, they do really understand how to attack it, and they have managed to come around with a sort of two-sided attack coming from both sides of D point and A point. And okay, they haven't caught it yet, but they are making very, very convincing attempts. I think they're certainly looking the most competent out of any of the teams we've seen so far as E-point attackers.
Yeah, this is the thing. The one thing I'm loving about these guys is they're attacking from point D, go around to the point E area. They know this map. The thing is, you take up point D, those doors shut from point E. So they know the direct route is being delayed. If you can therefore camp point D and camp point C, they can't get to the point. That's good old vanguarding work right there. That's why it's always, I always want to mention it, and that's why it's important. If you can just prevent the enemy from getting to the objective, you win.
I have to say though, speaking about preventing enemies, Blizzard is pretty much, he is in and of himself a Blizzard. He's killing every single person. He's basically channeling the Shaggy right there, chucking out stickies and managing to land them perfectly.
Channel your inner Shag. Wait a minute. But right now, the thing is, though, we're seeing Hearts still get on that point. They, the KJK are making it painful to stay there, though. And here comes the aggro engineer. He needs to get shit done. He will use that shotgun or rescue ranger. And he's still there. He's still firing. I don't know what it is. Is it me or just like engineers have this tendency to be the hero so hard in a game? 4 minutes 21. Deep fried monkeys there. Now E point. Oh, this is the thing. This is where this game gets nasty. Oh, that was a nice sticky move there from whoever that was. I didn't see that. But they got those defensive stickies out the way and allowed, you know, Unambitious to get to the point. But right now, I think the Hearts of Steel have got the right idea. Make sure they don't get... Oh, crit bullets! Nope! Nope! All the nope. So much nope.
That was working really nicely there as well. I mean, Cake just allowing, I think it was Festive Pybro or possibly Algorithms, just to move up, and you know, he's staying still on the point, but he was keeping him healed, and that was so close. And I think even with that pushback, I think Hearts of Steel is still going to be able to pull this one out of the bag. There's little time left on that cap.
Little time left on the cap. Not so much little time left on the clock. Oh boy, though, they are cutting this tight. The things we're seeing here is that the KJK are getting pushed back, and they are not getting time on the clock. But this is where, you know, lack of consistency on the point. And I love the thing that Hearts of Steel know what to do. They need to keep that point alive, and they're doing a great job of that. As long as they keep it alive, they've got a strained red team, and that's doing well so far. I'm beginning to think actually this is not so much a demo map, more of a heavy map. Great short and medium range. That's why the crits are really helping here.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. I mean, every single defense we have seen crits-based heavies, and they are really shooting up a storm. This whole area is perfect because it's so flat, and you know, obviously no damage drop-off on bullet crits. It works brilliantly for them. Who's that? Algorithms Mass Disruption. I think this is very close.
This is getting ugly. Oh god. Oh, they just take it. That is a straight up attack win there from Hearts of Steel. Nicely done. Let's see what happens when they go on the defense.